Today is July 24th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we're going to read the first half of page 15 of Bill's story. And out of the 12 and 12, we are going to begin our journey through Step 4 by reading page 42. And of course, we'll read today's entries of the daily reflections and 24 hours a day. So with that, hope you all are doing well today, my friends. Life is good over here. You know, we've been given a brand new set of 24 hours, and that's a blessing in itself just to be alive today. So let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall out of the Big Book yesterday, we got to a point where Bill and Abby, they're having a conversation, and it says here, my friend had emphasized the absolute necessity of demonstrating these principles in all my affairs. That's a full-time job right there, particularly where it was imperative to work with others as he had worked with me. So that's a big part of the 12th step here. That's kind of where Bill's at. We're on the first paragraph of page 15 today. My wife and I abandoned ourselves with enthusiasm to the idea of helping other alcoholics to a solution of their problems. It was fortunate, for my old business associates remained skeptical for a year and a half, during which I found little work. I was not too well at the time, and was plagued by waves of self-pity and resentment. This sometimes nearly drove me back to drink, but I soon found that when all other measures failed, work with another alcoholic would save the day. Many times I have gone to my old hospital in despair. On talking to a man there, I would be amazingly lifted up and set on my feet. It is a design for living that works in the rough going. 12 and 12, Step 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Page 42. Creation gave us instincts for a purpose. Without them, we wouldn't be complete human beings. If men and women didn't exert themselves to be secure in their persons, made no effort to harvest food or construct shelter, there'd be no survival. If they didn't reproduce, the earth wouldn't be populated. If there was no social instinct, if men cared nothing for the society of one another, there'd be no society. So these desires for the sex relation, for material and emotional security, and for companionship are perfectly necessary and right, and surely God-given. Yet these instincts, so necessary for our existence, often far exceed their proper functions. Powerfully, blindly, many times subtly, they drive us, dominate us, and insist upon ruling our lives. Our desires for sex, for material and emotional security, and for an important place in society often tyrannize us. When thus out of joint, man's natural desires cause him great trouble, practically all the trouble there is. No human being, however good, is exempt from these troubles. Nearly every serious emotional problem can be seen as a case of misdirected instinct. When that happens, our great natural assets, the instincts, have turned into physical and mental liabilities. Step 4 is our vigorous and painstaking effort to discover what these liabilities in each of us have been and are. Daily Reflection, July 24th. Helping others. Our very lives as ex-problem drinkers depend upon our constant thought of others and how we may help meet their needs. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 20. Self-centeredness was my problem. All my life, people had been doing things for me, and I not only expected it, but I was ungrateful and resentful that they didn't do more. Why should I help others when they're supposed to help me? If others had troubles, didn't they deserve them? I was filled with self-pity, anger, and resentment. Then I learned that by helping others, with no thought of return, I could overcome this obsession with selfishness, and I understood humility. I would know peace and serenity. No longer do I need to drink. 24 hours a day, July 24th. AA thought for the day. AA is like a dike holding back the ocean of liquor. If we take one glass of liquor, it is like making a small hole in the dike. And once such a hole has been made, the whole ocean of alcohol may rush in upon us. By practicing the AA principles, we keep the dike strong and in repair. We spot any weakness or crack in that dike and make the necessary repairs before any damage is done. Outside the dike is a whole ocean of alcohol waiting to engulf us again in despair. Am I keeping the dike strong? Meditation for the day. Keep as close as you can to your higher power. Try to think, act, and live as though you were always in God's presence. Keeping close to a power greater than yourself is the solution to most of Earth's problems. Try to practice the presence of God in the things that you think and do. This is the secret of personal power. It is a thing which influences the lives of others for good. Abide in the Lord and rejoice in His love. Keep close to the divine spirit in the universe. Keep God close behind your thoughts. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep close to the mind of God. I pray that I may live with Him in my heart and mind. Okay, my friends, that's it for today's reading. One thing that really stands out to me today, something I could certainly apply is, whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I'm feeling in my head or worried or angry or upset, first of all, I can pray to my higher power, cling to Him as the 24 hours a day reading says. But, as the Big Book and the Daily Reflections mention, what really helps me get out of myself and my self-pity and self-hatred, whatever it might be that I'm wrestling with that day, fill in the blank, is putting somebody else before myself. This seems to help dramatically. There's been so many times where that has helped me in life and it's gotten me outside of myself. It's crazy how this works. If I actually do half the things that the Big Book tells me to do, go figure. It actually has kept me sober so far. I'm going to continue to do what works for me. And my friends, if you are sober today, you're a miracle. An absolute miracle. And I hope that you have a great one today. And I hope that you're able to use your sobriety to help somebody else today as well. If we are given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.